Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll bring it back looking for help. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's White. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To the air. It's Mitchell. Got his man. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Waller. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd downs.
Turning it on! And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Fast start for the offense. Points on the board already.
And the coaches talked to us this week of how important it was to getting out to a fast start. And that was the key to winning the game. The offense definitely took that message to heart.
Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got the big tight end on the corner route. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man on the right. There he goes. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Handoff to the single running back. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he makes a catch. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now this offense is back on the field. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
Safe completion on the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
He's got it on the right. And he's brought down after a nice game.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
On first down from the 13-yard line. From the red zone, it's Bell. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Second down coming up.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On the run, it's Bell. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. They're up by a touchdown here in the first.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Touch pass on the run. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, first down.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Fires to the big fella. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Gain of 18. And that's a first down for the offense.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll run it. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Going with the ground game left. Oh, he's got some space. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
He's got it on the run. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. Taking another look just to confirm everything. The officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the extra point is good. An 84-yard drive there. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to take off.
Well, they try to fake left and go bootleg right. Really nothing happening on that one. That doesn't mean they have to shelve that play, though. There's some window dressing you can add to that. Maybe get a tight end out in the flat. Maybe a receiver working an out-breaking route for you on the boundary. Give the quarterback somewhere to go with it if the defense is expecting him to keep the football running.
2nd down coming up. Back to pass, it's Mitchell. Looking to the big tight end. Connection to the right. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. All the way out across the 45-yard line, marking out of bounds at the 46. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
Makes the grab. It's White. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oh, and the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Scanning the field, it's Mitchell. Quick strike complete. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Turning it on. And it'll be a touchdown. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Tomlinson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Give to the running back. Spins away from Watt. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They'll ride the hot hand. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
After that last incompletion, the offense is now in punt formation. On his way back from the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Mitchell. That's caught. It's White. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll run the sneak for it. No need to get too cute there or overly creative. Just push the ball forward and get the first down.
I completely agree. I hate when people get creative. Just easy money, downhill, run the QB, get the first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That's caught. It's Lawler. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Firing to the right, complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. They'll try the run. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A strike downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and they're in for a touchdown.
Man, that's frustrating as a defense because you got to stop the run. There's a good chance they're running the football here in this situation, trying to punch it in the end zone. You're trying to go to the half with a little bit of momentum. This defense just couldn't make the play to get off the field.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Hold it, finds his man on the left. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Back to throw, it's Mitchell. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. They'll immediately call timeout.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Caught close to the marker, it's White. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Bell.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Bridges. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Albertson Stadium.
We're all locked up here in the 3rd quarter as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Hooks. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. To the air on 1st down. Finding an escape route. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They'll line up for a second down play. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
They boot it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Got him downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Catch in the middle, it's Waller. There he goes. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Back to throw, it's Mitchell. On the run, fires downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 72 yards, and they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Pulls it, fired complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
From the gun, running back on the move. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabs it in the middle. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Motion from the wideout. Out of the gun. The running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quickly to the tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the offense onto the field again. RPO complete to open the drive. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Mitchell. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Crawler. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Off play action. Finds the tight end, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
A completion, but not quite enough for the first down. Third down coming for this offense. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The give on the counter. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
It's such an advantage for a defense when you can add to your pass rush by blitzing guys, but especially when you've got a middle linebacker like that can collapse and push the pocket into the lap of the quarterback.
And here comes the punt team. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They'll go to the ground. Creates a little space. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
37-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Mitchell. Grab near the marker, it's White. They get him out of bounds, couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Fires left. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. The inside handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's White. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. To throw, it's Mitchell. Punts it out of the air. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Waller. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Running the red zone. It's Bell. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
All right, 4th and short, you need a field goal to take the lead. There's less than a minute left right now. I don't think you get aggressive here on 4th down. Just kick the field goal to give yourself a chance to win this game.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And this one is perfect. And they go back on top.
Big time kick right there, man. 4th quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The give to the back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Right back to him on the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. He's loose on the right. And he's in for the touchdown.
Well, I love the play call late in the 4th quarter now. You're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. To the air, it's Mitchell. Working the middle, it's complete.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass.